This is Legal Options, where we believe that knowing the law gives you options. Have you experienced a hurtful comment about you online or heard stories of people being excluded or targeted on social media? That is cyberbullying, something that can impact on anyone, regardless of age, causing depression, anxiety disorders, suicidal thoughts, self-harm, chronic low self-worth, shame and humiliation, and post-traumatic stress disorders. Today, we will have a close look at what cyberbullying is, how it occurs, how it affects you, and why it is so harmful. You will get sufficient understanding to protect yourself online. Cyberbullying occurs when someone is bullied, harassed, or intimidated using digital devices, such as phones, computers, and tablets. It can take place across various internet and social media platforms. It includes from sending threatening or abusive messages to cyberstalking or monitoring someone's offline activity. If you have experienced any of these, note that if it is meant to hurt, embarrass, or intimidate you, and it happens online, it is cyberbullying. This video will soon tell you what to do. But before we do that, why is cyberbullying more dangerous than offline or traditional bullying? Usually, cyberbullying is more intense, more aggressive, and often more damaging than face-to-face bullying because it can happen 24/7. Unlike offline bullying, cyberbullying can take place anytime and anywhere, leaving victims exposed at all hours. Also, offline bullying is limited to those present, but cyberbullying can spread to thousands online in moments through posts or videos. Again, offline bullying happens face-to-face and the perpetrators are usually identifiable, whereas cyberbullying happens offline, often anonymously, making it harder to trace those responsible. Cyberbullying leaves a digital footprint. Unlike offline insults that disappear, online posts are permanent, searchable, and can resurface later, affecting victims' opportunities and relationships while reopening old wounds. Also, while offline bullying reveals the aggressor and witnesses, cyberbullying often leaves victims unaware of who saw the content. Private messages can be shared broadly and fast, making the harm widespread and difficult to contain. Another difference is that offline victims can leave the scene of the bullying or seek help from others. In cyberbullying, escape is difficult and victims are often isolated, which can encourage the bullies to continue with their acts. Often, cyberbullies lack sensitivity because they cannot witness their victims' responses or distress, unlike offline bullies. This separation lowers their empathy, making it easier for offline bullies to engage in their harmful actions. Finally, in offline situations, bystanders usually watch without getting involved. However, in cases of cyberbullying, actions like liking, sharing, or commenting can turn bystanders into participants who intensify the effects on the victims. These factors make cyberbullying more intense, more invasive, and often more damaging than offline or traditional bullying. Consequently, cyberbullying results in greater depression, anxiety, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts than offline or traditional bullying. Its constant presence increases social humiliation and significantly undermines your sense of security. Common manifestations of cyberbullying can look like a WhatsApp group created just to mock someone, a fake Instagram account posting someone's photos, a colleague sending humiliating emails to you, a classmate sharing private screenshots, a stranger leaving hateful comments on your page. These situations are more common than people actually realize. Cyberbullying actually qualifies as a cybersecurity problem since it takes place online and often involves issues like identity misuse and data exposure, such as account hacking. Cyberbullies may hack victims' accounts to post embarrassing content and send abusive messages or alter passwords. Such malicious credential breaches are crimes under the cyber security laws. Again, cyberbullies may leak personal photos or messages by sharing private details and exploit data breaches to intimidate or shame their victims. These actions compromise confidentiality. Cyberbullying actually often occurs alongside other criminal activities such as identity theft, harassment, stalking, extortion, and child exploitation. Note that when cyberbullying intensifies, it can become a cybercrime easily, which cybersecurity aims to prevent. Finally, common cyberbullying tactics include swatting. That is where someone falsely reports a serious crime to provoke a hazardous police reaction, or denial of service attacks that block access to websites, servers, or networks. These actions directly jeopardize victims' ability to safely use digital resources. Therefore, understanding cybersecurity helps you protect yourself. How protected do you feel now? In the next episode, we'll look at the psychological impact of cyberbullying and why it affects people so deeply. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out.